Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another Skyblock video. So 4 days ago, I went ahead and brought you guys a bunch of leaks for the upcoming update, that being the farming one. In that, I went ahead and showed you guys a couple of interesting things, that obviously being the crop processor, oily crops, as well as the crop washer. In that video, I also went ahead and kind of gave you guys my opinion on what I think these things are individually going to do, and what kind of approach the developers are trying to take within the game. Of course, if you haven't seen that video, I will have an eye up top right now, so you can go and check that one out first, and then go ahead and make your way over to this one, which is kind of a follow-up with more information on the farming stuff, as well as a lot more information on the brand new fishing system that's going to be making its way into the game. But anyways, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into the new information. I'm going to be showing you guys 11 brand new pictures. Big thank you to all of the staff over at Leak Gang for providing all of this information publicly to us. If you guys are interested in seeing a lot more of these leaks and continuing to see them here on the channel, don't forget to like the video. I would really appreciate that, since it does get my content out there. And also make sure to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any of my videos. But let's go ahead and waste no more time and get right into it. Now, for starters, in my previous video, I went ahead and showed you guys the mesh without color of the fishing bobber. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like with color now, since they have released this image. As you can see, nothing too crazy here. We kind of already predicted it was going to be half red and half white. For the most part, this is kind of the generic look for them, so it's not really surprising to see this. But in connection to this, I'm going to be showing you guys now the brand new fishing rod that was just uploaded. Obviously, nothing too crazy here. They're not going to be doing like some fishing sim stuff where they're going to put like all these really cool fishing rods and stuff like that. It's clear that the fishing system that they're going to be adding is just going to be another money making method, and that's something that's going to be super focused on. Now, a couple of other images that I'm going to show you here that are connected to the fishing system. First one is a mesh of a fish that doesn't really have any type of colors or details on it, but it is labeled as shadow. So the guys over at Leak Gang are kind of taking a guess this is going to be the shadow inside of the water when you are fishing for a fish. Next up is the first and only fish that has been added so far, at least that they have shared with us. This one is labeled as catfish. Honestly, not the best looking catfish I've ever seen, but hey, who cares, right? All we're gonna do is just fish these things and sell them and make money, so it's not really a big deal. And now for the three final images that I'll be showing you in connection with the fishing, are not really that crazy. They went ahead and added the water particle PNG, as well as the water droplets, and finally bubbles, which we can all kind of take a wild guess. This is probably going to be the bubbles that'll pop up when we do have a catch. So that's pretty much all the information that we've gotten so far in regards to the fishing system. We're going to go ahead now and transition over to some of the new farming things that were added. Again, in my previous video, I went ahead and showed you guys the only real water source thing was the crop washer, and I did go ahead and read in the comments some of you recommending that maybe there should be a water can, which honestly, it kind of seems like they went ahead and listened to a lot of your comments, because it does seem like a watering can has been added. I will be showing that in the background right now. This is honestly extremely interesting, just for the simple fact that now it gives the crop processor a purpose. Now, before I continue with what I'm saying, I do want to make it very clear that this is my prediction. This is not exactly what's going to happen, because I have been seeing some of you in the comments saying, oh, I quit the game because this is going to be coming. These are just my predictions going based off of the images that we are getting. But honestly, what it kind of seems like they're doing is we're going to have to do a lot more manual work to our actual farms itself. So we're going to have to either put in our own watering systems, which in a second I will be showing you guys what we'll be using for those watering systems. I do have images of some of the stuff that they're going to be adding. And then obviously, for those of you that don't have massive auto farms or a lot of money, you guys would be using the watering cans as just to individually water your little small patches. I don't know, maybe this only makes sense in my head, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Obviously, I'm really curious to hear. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the final 4 images in the background. These are probably the most interesting, and the reason that I say they are the most interesting is simply because this is probably going to be the way that we're going to have auto farms from now on. So in the background right now, you are taking a look at the brand new jerry can, water funnel, and sprinkler. So if I had to go ahead and take a guess, I would say that the jerry can is probably an upgraded version of the water can, just simply because I can't imagine that they would add some type of fuel system that we would have to put into our industrial machines. I honestly can't imagine that, but I mean, it's very possible. Now, the one to the right of that is just labeled as water. This is obviously some type of watering system. I don't exactly know. Maybe this is how you actually fill up your watering cans and the jerry can. Next to that one, we have the water funnel. This one is extremely interesting because it seems like there's some way for a source of water to drop from the very top. I don't exactly know how this would work. I mean, why would we go ahead and put the one on the left hand side above the one on the right to then filter? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't actually know exactly. Maybe there's obviously a lot of pieces missing here, but again, let me know your theories in the comment. Now, to the right of that one, this is when it gets interesting, because it seems like they're going ahead and adding a sprinkling system. So for those of you that do have big farms, and those of you that are obviously big rich, you guys can go ahead and invest some of your money or material into sprinklers to keep your auto farms going. Personally, I'm really excited for this update. It's going to give us the opportunity to go ahead and rebuild a lot of our auto farms and go ahead and kind of hit the table again and figure out what methods are viable, what methods are the most efficient. Super excited for this, and I'm really curious, again, like I've said already 1,000 times, to hear some of your opinions on this. So don't forget to let me know in the comments. But that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. I know a lot of you have been asking me for a release date on this update, and I don't actually have that information. None of us really know exactly when it's going to be coming out. I would say that the days and hours are probably counting down, and we'll more than likely be getting this update. If not this weekend, it'll more than likely either be at the start of the week. But anyways, that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for today's video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.